Remi, I appreciate you for coming on. How you been?
Thank you for having me.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, how long are we still... what's your cut-off point for saying Happy New Year, by the way?
I think end of Jan.
Do you know what?
I think end of Jan. Because do you know what? I don't really see everyone in Jan.
Because everyone's still...
By 1st of Feb, I'm like,
yeah,
you've had your time. Leave it behind you now. Now we're officially in 2025.
Do you know what? That was me, but for some reason I'm in a very stubborn era of my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stretch it to Valentine's Day, you know.
Oh, yeah, actually.
The next big event, I feel like you can stretch it to the next big event. So I'm gonna keep saying Happy New Year because the next big event is Valentine's Day.
I want to go. What was last year for you like 2024?
Ooh, last year was
You had a busy year.
Yeah, it was a good year for me. You know, I feel like it was a year of you know, I did like, you know, everyone did their end of year post. You know, like
Roundup, yeah.
Roundup. And that, and I think my one was a bit like intricate in terms of like, I think 2024 was a year of like introspection for me.
Okay.
I looked very much inwards at myself, at my goals, who I am, who I want to be, learned new stuff about myself. So yeah, I was getting to know myself.
I think when you're in that position, because like you're so busy, you've got so much going on that you barely have time to even have time for yourself to even like yourself reflect, right? Yeah. And see where your head is at. So yeah, man.
But so many blessings came from it. Like at the same time, you know, I got to host massive stages.
So,
I did Wireless. I did Malta twice. Like just built my
portfolio.
Built my portfolio whilst at the same time taking more time for myself. You know, I feel like sometimes it could be so fast paced. You get to the end of the year and you're like, okay, yeah, all these great things happen, but how did I develop personally? Because that's very important to me.
Did you take any learnings from that then last year? What was that one highlight for you that you're like, oh?
I went on my first ever solo trip.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still need to do that,
bro.
Because everyone's like, if you do it, you learn more about. I said this to Nella as well, and she had a go at me. She's like, "Man, you don't go abroad on a solo trip to self-reflect." I'm like, I don't know, man.
No, I would 100% recommend a solo trip, and it's not even like, you know, like some people go like on a like on a woosah type vibe. You don't even sometimes you might not even intend for it to be that, but what you like learn about yourself without even wanting to learn, like it just comes because it's so quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you go on holiday with your bedrooms, somebody's woken up at
Someone's
7,
active.
blazing the music.
Yeah.
Someone's like, the cab's gonna be here at 9, bro. Like someone's running out, someone's banging on the table, someone's arguing with their boyfriend on the phone, or like, you know what I mean? Like there's just so much happening, fam. But when you go on a solo holiday, if you don't set that alarm, you ain't waking up, bro. If you know what time the cab is coming because you called it. You know what I mean? Like,
what made you want to do that?
Again, like year of introspection, I feel like it's something that I wanted to do for quite a while actually, but I was shook because like why would you go to another man's country by yourself?
Yeah.
Like I didn't really that was just, I was like, nah, if it's not your ends, rolling twos basically. Like it's not your ends, is it? But I think that's a fear that I don't even know where it came from to an extent. So I didn't even, I just didn't want to entertain it.
Do you know what it is? It's what you said. It's the silence. Bro, it's the silence. When you go on that solo trip, I just want silence.
Peace and quiet.
And you don't know anyone there.
Exactly.
Just switch off.
Exactly. So all them times when, you know, I've sat in Nando's by myself, had a one-man meal.
I ate a solo Nando's meal. It's banging. It is.
Prepare you for a solo holiday, is what I'm saying here.
The music is already bumping, bro. They're already getting you ready for
by yourself. You got this massive table and you're just by yourself.
Aye, them solo Nando trips are lovely. They're they're lively as well. Have you done that?
No.
Brother,
Hey, Nando's playing some bumping music, you know. Like I'll be yamming almost bite my tongue because I'm like, yeah.
But the other day I went to.
You playing Burna Boy whilst you're eating like very, very like thighs, like you get me, like.
But like when I went the other day with my family to Nando's, they were playing this like so fast-paced music, and I'm just like, why are they rushing me to finish my meal so quickly?
You think it's psychological?
The beat was so high tempo, and I was just like, I don't understand.
Like, right, we got a queue outside. Speed it up. That's the musical version of MSG.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm using.
Yeah. Quickly. Hurry up. hurry up. Yeah, no, man. But yeah, 100% recommend the solo holiday, man. Try it just once.
Where'd you go?
Life. I went to Greece, you know.
Oh,
Went to Santorini.
Well, that's a nice first solo trip.
I prayed about it.
Okay.
I was like, God, just like direct me to where I'm meant to go in it.
Yeah.
And it was Santorini. And I feel like there's without getting deep, it's the irony of it all. Like Santorini is where couples go, bro. They be holding, they don't even hide their love. They be showing their love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One's grabbing one's ass while they're walking down the road. You know what I'm saying? And I was there with no one in my hold hands with him, you know what I mean? I had to hold hands with myself, you know what I'm saying? So I went to a place where like the love is everywhere, you know, people go there for the white walls, the pictures, you know, all them things there.
Yeah, that view is lovely.
Yeah. But I went there to love myself with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I took it.
Okay, what's the next solo trip?
Ooh, again, I'm gonna pray about it, but like, it's looking like I've got Montenegro.
Okay.
There, or like Austria. Like maybe not. Like I'm not necessarily hell bent on it being like in the sun per se, but like just going. I mean, don't get it twisted. I don't want it to rain. For 7 days,
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's where I'm looking at now. But it could change.
Remi, thank you so much for coming on, man. Like the way you carry yourself is so lovely and humble, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Like, cause like even like you keep it so professional as well. Your emails and whatnot. I'm just like, oh my god, I've been like trying to get for time.
I've been told that my emails are too serious. You know, they're not with kind regards. With like, bro, just say what you're gonna do and put an X and call it a day. Like,
yeah, and it's just like, how I'm like. Is that the Remi that I see? I'm like, what? This is too professional for me.
I'm professional though. I'm not like wayward. Do you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time,
you have to be.
Also, at the same time, like I'm so peculiar with like text in general because tones is very important. Like, I don't want my tone to be misinterpreted.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I'm very like, it takes me an hour to write an email. Like, I could be like, see the way I put that and there, yeah? It might come across as cheeky. You know what I'm saying? It might come across cheeky. So I'm going to move the and.
Yeah.
Or maybe just change that to also. You know what I mean? Like,
I get worse at that because I'm using Chat GBT. I'm like, can you grammar check this?
Oh, I'm so dead. Not for the emails.
Yeah, I do that with emails.
Where's the personal touch, mate?
But that's when you're right. Make it polite, make it lovely, and make it sweet.
So what was our emails? Chat GBT?
No, they're not. Do you know what? No. After this podcast, write a fake ass email to this buff.
Bruh. I'm gonna be scanning yours, boy.
No.
I might even pull it in Chat GBT and ask, was this
you? Can. Do you know what?
You can asking.
You can do that.
Can you?
And it will tell you whether it's been written by Chat GBT or not. Just say, was this email written by Chat GBT?
Shut up.
Yeah. And it could be 50-50.
Chat GBT, you know.
It could be 50-50. It could say it is possibly written by Chat GBT just by reading the tone of it, but then also some words may have been moved around.
Yeah, but then is that Chat GBT just trying to take the glory? Car. Do you know what I mean?
There was one time.
You know what I mean? Like, I could buy a cake from Lola Cakes and be like, it could be me that could do. Or it could be Lola Cakes. It's probably Lola Cakes, by the way, but that's not the point.
I dare you tell me this is yours.
Yeah,
I dare you tell me this is yours. I tell me if this is yours or not.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, just stay out of big people business, man.
Because I have done that though. When you copy and paste something to Chat GBT. Try it. Like, find something, copy and paste it somewhere, and then copy it back into Chat GBT. It will tell you. Try it.
How can you know everything, though? How can you know everything?
How does Chat
Is
GBT?
Does that feel fair to you? Remember, because they say life, you're constantly learning. You're a learner. But Chat GBT knows everything. What did you learn? You just know everything.
But see, I was looking at something on Chat GBT today,
yeah.
And then I think I must have asked something complicated, and then it popped up with the YouTube symbol, some article, like newspaper symbols.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so that's where you're searching your content.
Oh, so it's going
it goes into searching. It goes YouTube, and it goes like Telegraph, and it goes Metro, and I'm like,
going into. But then technically, if you can't believe anything you say on the internet or anything that's said on the internet, then is Chat GBT real? Are we getting? Who do we believe, fam? Like, You know what I mean? But then at the same time, more time is right.
That got me overthinking.
It can be built of AI. You know? It's all a lie. No, that's hilarious.
I was looking at your one of your interviews, and you said something about it's like we're all winging it in the creative industry.
Oh, we're winging it, bro.
Why do you think so?
Shit. Okay. Just look at the quality of some of your favorite videos ever. Are they not pixelated? No, your favorite ever videos on the internet, yeah? Some of them are great quality, but if I'm going back and I'm thinking of what my favorite videos are, yeah? It's pixelated, and it's usually like the camera's in the person's face, like they didn't plan on that video going viral. It just went back, and it's the ones that they put the more effort into that don't blow, and the ones that they just.
I remember I read something as well on LinkedIn where someone was like, when I put effort into my LinkedIn post, it doesn't bang. When I'm just like dashing something like a bit of text on LinkedIn, like hundreds, thousands of people just start liking it.
You know what I mean? Like some of the best content is not overthought. It's just how I felt today. Guess what happened to me today? Boom, bam, boom, bam, bim. Do you know what I mean? The ones that are like
why does that happen to us?
And the ones that are because I feel like we're just fed up of being sold stuff.
Yeah, but I'm putting my heart in this.
Like, I'd rather you didn't sell it to me personally. I'd rather I just was like, no, I'm gonna support it. Like, I'd rather feel like it's my option, innit? Rather than you just like.
Why does that happen? I hate.
There's a psychology behind it, but then also it might be like. We might have like power control issues. You don't know what's there. Like,
yeah.
You tell me what to do. Don't you dare.
So like when I'm writing something or creating something, I'm like, as I'm creating, I'm like, this is dead. This is boring. Just type it. This is shit.
But then also, don't get twisted. That doesn't take away from the quality of the content.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
It could be. You could see the pimple that's about to come. It could be that good quality. You know when it's like, yo,
ready to go.
The HD is high. You know what I'm saying? But it's the quality of the content as well that's like within it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like and the reason I say is that we're winging it is because like we're just trying and failing and trying and failing and trying and winning. Don't get twisted. It's not all failing, but it's like you're trying and seeing if it works. If it doesn't work, you move on. You try something else. If it does work, you might have a format here. Keep it moving. Do you know what I mean? So,
did you learn with that with anything in your career? Like even in the beginning, because sometimes when people start out, they always get a little bit pressed about like,
yeah, like I feel like I did a great show on BBC with Target called Tonight with Target.
Yeah. Sick.
And I'm always grateful for that opportunity because I wasn't necessarily a name at the point that it got offered to me. It was at the beginning of my career, and the video that made them choose me, I remember I posted it and I think it only had like, I always get the number mixed up. It's either 7 or 73 views. Yeah. Both of them views ain't great either way. Do you know what I mean? But it had like 7, like, let's go with 73, right? To the average person or to somebody who really wants their content to blow, they might delete that. Because they're like, that video didn't do well, let me delete it.
Yeah.
Out of shame, out of embarrassment. And don't get it twisted. That thought crossed my mind for like a second and I was like, nah, bun that. And that's the video that they were referencing when they were like, we love you, like, we want you to do this, we want to invite you to come and host it. And that was the video. Imagine if I deleted it. Then I don't know what video they would have looked at. They didn't
the numbers impact you,
They didn't say, you know what I mean? That was the video. And it was me in a balaclava, like, singing an Afrobeat song in the Bridget in voice. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just...
That's true. I am dead.
So, like, that's just how the way the cookie crumbled. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
like... Yeah.
How did it all, like, begin for you? Because I remember the first time... I don't think you remember me. The first time we met... We were the ones who got you into that room in the Wall of Comedy.
In Bermondsey?
No, we know Wall of Comedy back in Old Street.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
For the podcast?
Yeah, I was there.
Shut up!
Yeah, but I was like, that's what I've been trying to find you. I'm trying to find Remi Burgz, yeah? But every time I try to get in contact with you, it's like, you're getting more and more opportunities. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna grab hold of this person that's joining me, bro.
What? Wait, back in like 20, like
no, it was like 19.
That was just before lockdown.
Yes. And then like come to find
Shoreditch, when we used to go to that office.
Yeah.
Days.
Yeah, and then it's like I've always wanted you there. By the way, like you were sick.
I appreciate
you were sick.
The podcast thing, like we didn't.
It didn't
even end up happening.
Yeah, it didn't happen. I don't know what happened in the end, but I even left like after a year or so. But yeah, like I was like, fuck.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. But then even like as your career built, I'm like, let me contact Remi. Yeah, and then there's like management team, and I'm just like. Fuck.
Just forgive. That's
and then one time Remi went on Instagram live. I'm like, Remi, I commented.
Did I respond?
Yeah. You're like, yeah, just send me a DM. I think you were at the airport or something.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my days.
Yeah, I go live on Instagram in random places, to be honest with you. Where was I? In the airport loo? That shouldn't even be an option. I don't know why. I just made myself up like that. No, because there was one time where do you know what? I was against it. I was against it, yeah. But I'm actually for it now. You know when you go to the airport loo specifically, the music in the airport loo is loud. It's like I'm trying to concentrate.
Because you know that's when people start dropping the madness in there.
Exactly.
And it's like you don't want to hear them.
It was sensory overload at the time. I was like, this is too loud. I'm just trying to release myself and I have to concentrate on the music as well as... You know what I mean? I got a flight to catch. You know what I mean? Then I remember I was at work and then I'm hearing somebody do bulum in the next... You know what I mean? In the next cubicle. And I was like... This is where the loud music would have been necessary. So now I want loud music in every toilet.
It's like, nah, bro, that was just the 808s.
Yeah, they were ahead of the game. Shout out the airports, man. You lot have always been ahead, to be honest with you.
How did it start with you from the beginning then? So was it popular from when you were at the wall then, when I saw you for the first time?
So yeah, I was at Represent.
Okay.
I was at Represent Radio. So it kicked off. Really, for me, in 2016/17.
Okay, so it was already like, Wall was just like it was already on the way. Okay.
Yeah, so 2016, 2017, I was like, I'm going to take radio seriously. Basically, long story short, it was always something that I wanted to do, but I never like put my head down and focused on it. You know, like when it was like, oh yeah, I really want to do that, but you never really took action for it. So to be fair, I tried a couple times in my younger years, but just other commitments always like I put them first. So I would say 2016, 2017 is when I was like, boom, nah, be serious. Like, this is what you want to do kind of thing. So I started off at a radio station called Climax Radio, which was like in Tottenham. Well, it originated in Tottenham, but then they moved to like Hackney. So I was like waking up crack of dawn every Saturday morning, a 7 a.m. show. Just going there to do like 2 hours.
Consistent.
And it was like, you know, they closed down like a couple months after I did that show. I did that show with an old friend of mine at the time. But fast forward now, Represent opportunities kept coming up, you know, to learn radio, just to learn radio. So I went and did like the course. And after that course, I just didn't take my foot off the gas. Like, I was like, hello, I'm still alive. I want a show, like, kind of thing. And then they got me into like volunteer. I was like hoovering. I was like getting cups of water for guests.
So you were running.
Yeah, like I was, you know, like meeting presenters and just giving like, it would be like, you know, like when in radio, it's like a family environment. So somebody would come in and be like, oh, I got this idea, yeah, but I don't know how to execute it. And then everyone was just like, yo, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. So I was just like there, without a show, I was just there, just offering my services, cleaning music, all that kind of stuff. And then, long story short, one person couldn't make their show at the time. Blackwall Tunnel closed. That's an everyday story. Do you know what I mean? And then the production manager at the time, she looked at me and was like, go and do the slot, that kind of thing. Because no one was there to do it.
It was meant to be.
And I was like, yo, broadcast message, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm about to be on radio. And yeah, it was from that moment, I was like, wow, everything has aligned. You know, and also that was my I could say reward, if I use that word, like for just basking in it.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to know everything about radio, like everything, like from the back to the, like from the production to how, like, to physically, like, operational. You know what I mean? I wanted to know everything. So yeah, just diving in it, basking in it, and just being present as well. Because I was going on days that I wasn't even meant to be volunteering. So if I was like doing nothing on a Thursday, I've only been scheduled to come in on a Wednesday. I'm coming in on Thursday. Y'all gonna take this hand. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna offer my hands.
Yeah.
So it was just like
any opportunity you can take, just grab that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then I was doing that through lockdown. We were doing radio from our houses, live from our houses. Got a set up, and then 2020, end of 2020, I got the offer at 1Extra.
Sick.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you, bro.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Thank you.
Is that actually sometimes when I look at those like radio decks and stuff, I'm like, it's mad overwhelming.
What, the radio?
Yeah.
There's bare buttons in that studio, bro.
Like, how quick and easy is it to like learn that?
Does every button actually have a job?
No,
that's what I'm saying. Even like the DJs, bro. I understand.
I said DJs all for show. It's just all for show. Like
I saw a picture the other day of Dr. Dre in the studio. Wow, they bought the whole rig. It's like 3 miles, bro. When are you gonna use that button? Like on the 49th button. When are you gonna use that? Tell me, for the love of God.
You know what it is? Yeah, I feel like on a day-to-day basis, there's probably like 9, 10 buttons that you need to know in it. Like to keep to make sure everything on you or on the other side of people listening.
It's so
sounds
mathematical,
smooth.
bro.
Yeah, about 10. Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing my arms like I'm trying to like imagine myself in the studio. The rest of them, they will come in handy one day.
Yeah, if things like
I just don't know
Something
how.
they're gonna be
It's
useful.
like you have to mess up to find out what each button does. You know what I mean?
It's like in Toy Story. It's like when will Andy play with us?
Yeah.
It's like, when is this gonna happen? Now kudos to DJs though, man. They're rapping with that thing as well.
Yeah,
Quick.
listen.
It's all mathematical. I'm seeing
Yeah.
waves and numbers.
Yeah, the wicked DJs, because I'm a radio DJ, right? But then there's the wicked ones, the one with the headphones and the really, you know what I'm saying? They're like, their minds are just
Different.
they're like steps ahead if you think about it. But they have to be, you know what I mean? And some of the greatest DJs, you can see why, because they're constantly thinking about what's next.
That's so
Do
interesting.
you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they're switching, they're juggling, it's crazy. Crazy.
Kudos to them. Who's the best DJ in your opinion?
Whatever.
Yeah. Who's like one to watch right now?
To be fair, there's a couple of DJs that I really like actually. There's DJ HB that I really like. You know, she recently done a mix on my show, and she recently done a Culture FM as well. She's hard. There's DJ J Wavy. I like him a lot. There's a DJ called DJ Onyx TBH. I was actually at where was that? Roller Nation, right? Which is like roller skating and that. Didn't actually roller skate. Tried to, but
Yeah, that's not for me, either, bro.
collateral damage.
I did that once, and boy, I kept dropping.
Collateral damage. Yeah. So he was great. Do you know what I mean? But I think in the world of DJs, there's so many good ones. Like Donch. Like when it comes to juggling, yeah, you see Donch is insane.
You see, when you're looking for like a good DJ, like what is it that people do? What is it that people look for? Is it the,
It's
the
selection.
sound and the sonics? What is
It's
it?
the selection and the sonics.
Okay.
And the journey.
Okay.
I like a good journey. You know, someone
The
who's like
journey.
The journey. Someone who I really like, yeah. Someone like Triple A. Yeah. He obviously he does an event called Slow Jams with A. But even prior to that, like this, like I remember I think he did like a marathon where he was like he did music overnight, and I was like, okay, cool, fair enough. It's the middle of the night, right? The journey that you've taken us on is insane. And he just kept chucking in songs that you wouldn't expect a DJ to play because you're just thinking they're just gonna play the songs that's gonna get everybody going back, 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 back.
Yes, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like songs that you used to listen to back in the day, but they don't get played in the club.
Yeah,
Because it's just
yeah.
there's too much going on. We got to keep it moving. You got to keep people energetic and stuff. So someone like him, you got the likes of like Buttery Hotness. You got Niger, man like Niger. Do you know what I mean? His blends are crazy. Tayo Iku, DJ Ems. You know, these are people who have had great couple of years. You know, but they haven't. It's not like. You know, you had them. You do have them overnight DJs, but these guys have been putting in work for time. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever done an interview and nothing's recorded? Yeah.
Something happened. Something happened.
In the world of audio, that is. Nah. Trust me, yo.
I don't like. I'm just such a perfectionist. And then when people are like, man, just put it on YouTube and write a description saying the first 10 minutes you can't really hear it. I'm like,
That's me. Yeah.
is it the same though? Is it the same though? Because remember, podcasting and like sound,
That's
it's 90%. It's like 95, not even 99.9% sound.
No, it is. But I don't get it twisted. Like, I have no opposition to that. I don't even have a rebuttal for that, to be honest with you. But at the same time, if it's something that's of good quality to go out, you can't overthink it at the same time. Do you know what I mean? And also, if it's a great piece of like audio and it's new information to the people as well, sometimes just, you know what I mean? I remember like I did a Sexy Red interview and the visuals of it gone.
Was it not good?
No, it's just gone. It's just not there. It's not in the ether. It just didn't record. Like,
But the sound was there.
the sound was there, but the visuals are there.
That's kind of like, in a
Luckily,
way,
she's got a very good distinctive accent, so I can actually say what's her.
as
Do you know what I mean?
as unfortunate as that sounds, but like just hearing that interview, just by the sound of it, it could go down as well, like one for the history books. You
No,
know?
that's one of my favorite interviews.
Yeah,
ever,
do you see what I'm
by
saying?
the way.
Like, it's there, like it happened, and you can hear it. With those like DJs, like, do they actually just sit and just study the sounds? Yeah, you see when then like where they get one song, but somehow it transitions well into another song. Do they actually just have to sit and do they study that?
Yeah, do you know what I clocked? Especially with DJs that do like word association.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
I think Jeremiah Asiyama, who's on One Extra, every Friday at 7 to 9. I feel like I have to say that. Do you know what I mean? But it's a great show. It's One Extra's rave show, and there's a mix that he did back in the day when he was at Represent Radio, and it was Gigs whipping excursion into. Is it whipping? It's whip. Is that Is it Fredo? I think.
Yeah, I think it's Fredo.
Yeah. Like, it was Fredo.
It's Fredo.
Yeah, so it was like you do have to. That's not by accident, because you have to know the lyrics. How did you put
Sound, the
do you know
transition?
what I mean?
Yeah.
All of this stuff is like they make it look like it's light work because they're just do you know what I mean? But a lot of them,
They don't see the work
you
behind
can
it.
tell
Yeah.
the ones that have actually gone home and practiced and want to create a sonic experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of music, big year.
Big year.
Is it Central C's year?
Well, this is the year we're getting an album, innit?
His debut album.
Yeah. We're listening. We are listening. We are waiting. The guy has served us.
Bangers.
He served us bangers, man. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie. He
yeah.
served us moments. He's done the unimaginable. He gave us bam for bam, M for M. You can't even say it properly anymore. You just have to say bam for bam or M for M.
It's Lil Baby's voice, isn't it?
Yeah, M for M.
for M.
But yeah, he served us. He served us well. Like, he's given us gems. He's done collabs that we couldn't have imagined. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or every time we think, what's the next move? He does something like, you know, he has his collab with Ashake. He has his collab with Lil Baby. The one with Dave. That was like what in the charts #1.
It's
for 10
still
weeks.
like the most streamed. It's still streamed as like it's the highest streamed UK tune apparently.
It was 10 weeks in #1. That's not. Do
That's.
you think that's normal? That's not normal. You know what I mean? So
Hold on, but they only released like a mixtape with how many tracks? 4 tracks. With that level, Make an album.
More of them that slapped as well.
Like, make an album.
I hear that, but do you want to rush that? I don't think you want to rush
Can't
that.
rush greatness.
You can't. You know what they say. You know exactly. So, and also like, it's not like he went quiet for like a year.
Yeah.
And then just he's been releasing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
It will get. I reckon it will get there.
But have you heard that? Have you heard that track with Getz and Dave?
Is that the
Xavier
one?
and Magneto?
Is that the one we had to collect the USB or something?
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't heard that one.
Wait, is it out?
Amir, I'm leaning back here. That
Have
the
you
song's
heard
not
it?
out, but
Okay.
you want extras played.
Yeah,
It's not out, but
One
it's
extra
like
played
if you
it.
only if you have the USB.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get the tracks, but even you have to roll with that USB every time you want to listen to it because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Even just the way it's done.
Do you have the USB?
I don't have the USB. My friend's got the USB. I didn't even know it was a thing. My friend's a
Oh,
big
this
fan
sounds
of
like a
Getz.
heist or something. Like, yo, can someone collect the USB?
It's a Getz and Rude Kid album or tape, should I say? A Forbidden. Hey,
Just had to sniff.
Let me search.
Forbidden. Yeah, let me get that right.
Gets and Dave.
No, Getz and Rude Kid.
Rude Kid. Forbidden Frequencies.
Exactly. Forbidden Frequencies. That
When is it coming out then?
I don't think they have a date.
So it's just like if you got a USB, you got
I
a
think
USB.
it's exclusive. Because remember that time when
Someone
JME
sent
had
me-
JME
someone-
had an album and you could only buy it. You could only
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. There's no rules to this.
To this game, yeah. I fully rate the whole USB thing because it makes it memorable. It makes it like, yo,
It's like a
people are
USB,
chasing.
but if you scan it, it comes up on your phone. Like it's technology, mate. It's working.
where can I find this USB?
I think you had to go and meet them and buy it. It was like a pop up, I believe, or something like that.
Remi, get hold of that
It's got the
USB.
Dave tune on it.
Sorry,
That USB's got
it's got the Dave tune on it.
You heard the Dave tune.
Have I?
I was in it.
Yeah. I reloaded it like 3 times. Oh my! I said sorry, guys. I need you guys to deep what is happening here. First of all, Dave has come back to us. By the way, he's giving us music.
He's
I'm on my
coming.
knees.
He's coming back this year. You reckon?
I think so.
I think so. He
I
hasn't
hope
helped anything
so.
in a while.
I hope
Actually,
so.
we'll ask him
Yeah, I don't
something.
think anyone can predict Dave. That is a man of his. He's got a mind of his own. But I'm hoping this is the year he's coming back to us in music because we need him.
Who's like the artist to look out for this year?
There's a girl from New York called Elam that I really like.
Okay.
I wanna okay. Yeah, that's how that song goes. But anyway, Jordan Adetunji.
I'm liking
I'm
Doechii.
excited. Doechii.
I'm really liking her.
She's had a phenomenal year, by the way. Phenomenal. It's a mixtape that she's brought out.
Yeah.
And it's Grammy. It's there. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't. Coffee won a Grammy off my
100,
mixtape. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no. What's the word? Again, there's no rules, man.
Yeah.
There's no rules at
You
all.
can literally do whatever you want.
Literally.
In this game, yeah.
In the world of R&B, you got the likes of like Sasha Keevil, K1. In Afrobeat, there's an artist called Fido at the moment that I'm obsessed with. He's got a song called Joy Is Coming. It's just a very like happy, like that could be like my alarm. It would be. And yeah, I mean, I think what Rema has done as well. Rema's a very established artist, but
Cold.
what Rema has done.
Cold.
don't
Was
think
it
people are
Rema
deep in
and
it,
Thingy
you
at
know?
Wireless last year? Who was it? She came out.
Ira.
No. He goes crazy.
Darko.
Darko.
Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah. So that's the
That
remix
collab
of their
there,
song.
wow.
Yeah. Favorite girl, the remix. But Rema, think about it. People are mosh pitting to an Afrobeat artist. That just makes sense of that because usually when you go to an Afrobeat show, it's people doing sexy, it's people whining on their bay, you know what I mean? Or people like just. But there's them mosh pitting, as in like what you would see for Lil Baby or 21 Savage at Wireless when when they do the air drone shot and they're mosh pitting. That's what people were doing for Rema, like in Nigeria. Like that's not normal. You don't see this stuff every day.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna be someone that we're gonna study.
Afrobeats has always been around. So how is it that it's only now? It's like it's becoming into the spotlight. Like it's always been there, but like even Wireless last year, the focus was Afrobeats.
Yeah. What can I say? Like the music has done a lot of the talking. We haven't even had to talk, to be honest with you.
It just did it for itself.
For example, again, Rema getting #1 in India with Calm Down. Like the music is traveling.
Going
It's
#1 in India is
talking.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Oh, that is actually bad. They listen to Afrobeats.
Crazy.
Wow.
And he's going there, he's performing, and like we didn't have to. But then you can't ignore the greats before. You know what I mean? Like
It's all top down, yeah.
it's all seeds that have been planted for years by great artists. You know what I mean? And thankfully, the newer generation are benefiting from that. You know what I mean? What can I say? Africa as a continent, very creative.
Yeah, 100.
Creative continent. Do you know what I mean? Music from South Africa, East African. Do you know what I mean? You got the likes of Diamond Platinum. Do you know what I mean? So the music does the talking. What can I say? It was just a matter of time before you let us in.
I love the way you talk about music. When you listen to music, what do you look for?
When I listen to music, I look for. I'm a big fan of production. You know. Because I rate you more because you picked this beat. That's how
I'm the same as well.
This beat, I like you. You know
I also like when artists say, "My emotions speak through my instrumentals."
Okay, Fez.
Something
that sets the instrumentals does set the scene, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's,
and I find that there's something in that. I'm like, that's mad.
But then you see, there's
layers.
There's producers. Producers don't get enough credit, in my opinion, personally.
Same.
What do you think? Who do you think is the most important? The producer. Not even the most important. That's not fair. They're equally important.
But come on.
Who is first? The producer or the artist?
Before I answer that, I was thinking about this the other day. When, let's say if I'm an artist and you're the producer, if I'm going to write lyrics, how does it work exactly for me to actually find the right beat? Because that also goes to answer my question. In order for your song to be perfect, the sound has to go with the lyrics.
Yeah, to an extent.
Who really sets it up?
But you know when you see artists go into their notes and they have a melody, they're like, and they just hum it into their notes.
And the producer hears that.
And then has to build around it. So sometimes it's...
Producer has to be producer.
But then if the artist came up with the melody, then are they not also... Like, they're part of the... That's why I'm always intrigued. Because I'm like, is the producer
That's such a
the
good
guest
question.
or is the artist the guest? Who is like... Do you get what I mean? Like, who's the guest? The producer or the artist?
It's a team effort.
That's a very PR answer.
That's a PR.
I respect it. Yeah, but do you know what? Do you know what's so true about that though? You know when you can... I think there was a period, maybe during lockdown actually, where you could tell songs weren't being made in the studio. You can tell that they weren't even in the same room when this song was created. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like a good producer would be like, nah, maybe say this, then I'll use it here, then and that element can get lost. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe I'm getting a bit too deep.
No, man. I'm still deep in it. Like, I'm just still like, yes, it's a fact. Like, jokes aside, it is a mad team effort.
Yeah.
But the base, like the layer of that cake.
So think about, okay, cool. We saw.
I need to know like how does to even find the right melody. And the sounds, how can you match that?
Think about when you see an artist in the studio with the producer, and the artist is jumping up and down, the producer smiling like, "Oh my God, we're gonna bang!" That makes you excited for the song because it's like, wow, they really, really put a team effort into it. They made it happen. It's like, think about Omelay and Lekan Beats when they made Holy Ghost Fire, Supernatural. The way that they were gassed in the studio, they were like, oh, fuck, we got a hit here. I remember just watching the promo up until that song came out. And when it came out, I was like, I get why they were jumping. I get it. I get what they were excited about. Like, it was crazy. And you could see it was a team effort. I want more of that in music.
And the craziest thing, we only get to see the final product.
Exactly.
Take it like a random song, like, I don't know, Overseas with D Block Europe or Central C. The instrumental to that is perfect. I don't even want to hear what happened before. Like
yeah,
if
because
it-
there's versions that come out.
Yeah, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, fairs. That's why when songs leak and then you hear and they don't put out the song that leaked, they put out another version. I'm like, bro, like, and I've heard this song twice.
Do you know what I think? I think Drake loves doing that though, because
Stop
he wants to
leaking,
test
bruv.
the waters a little bit.
Stop leaking.
I can't lie though, that is, when artists do leak, I feel like it's good on them to test the waters and see if people like it or not.
Fairs, but then when people like it, don't hold it for 2 years.
For real.
We're quick to judge, you know.
I always say this to artists, like, please stop holding the music. Release the thing. We're dying for it. We're all asking for it.
Imagine all the unreleased tracks as well that were on MySpace now that it's gone. Imagine the amount of bangers that Soulja Boy still hasn't released from back when.
Not Soulja Boy. But don't you find it crazy? There's so many songs in the world you haven't heard.
Even like Skepta used to have MySpace. He used to drop tunes on there. Where are they? Release them. You see, I love Skepta. I'm a big Skepta fan.
Hey, SoundCloud was a good period though. SoundCloud was where people really tested the waters. Because you could be a SoundCloud superstar. And no one could know what you look like. By the way, you could be back in the day, you could be a SoundCloud
I think
superstar.
was it 2014 to 2017,
17,
18?
yeah. Wow. That's where I found Kalani. Who else did I find there? Tone Stife.
It was Uzi.
Eric
Carti.
Bellinger. All of these. That's where I found all of them.
That era there was
Come on,
nuts.
when everyone was doing covers for free.
Hey, does SoundCloud pay people?
I think they've like become a label now. Or something. You could drop.
They're
music.
signing artists.
I think, or they're distributing, not label.
Oh, okay,
distributing.
yeah.
I mean, something like that. Anyway, something like that. Still got the adverts. Yeah. Never gonna let that go.
Don't know if they pay for podcasts though. I did put my podcast on there, but they were like, "Do you want to monetize?" I was like, "You're only giving treats to artists," but no. You were on Celebrity MasterChef.
I was.
What was that like?
I'm just gonna sip my water.
What was the experience like of being there?
I was robbed and I was hoodwinked. No, I'm just- Like, it was so fun. It was so fun. Like, I didn't want to get out when I got out. I was doing it for the people.
But you made it. Like a lot of people, like you made it there. So a lot of people don't really get that. Yeah,
honestly,
that chance.
it was such a good opportunity to show them what I could do and what I couldn't do. You know, and it was so fun, like being on set. You know, especially with the contestants and that. You know, it's long days in the kitchen. Like, I don't spend that much time in the kitchen in my house. So I spent more time in the kitchen in MasterChef than I've ever spent in my life.
Hey, that's actually so true, you know?
You know what I mean? Like, but do you know what the worst thing about MasterChef is? You've got a MasterChef, and that's like the opening line. When people are like, oh, we should have a cook up. They're like, yeah, man, you was on MasterChef. You should cook this, cook that. I'm like, you clearly didn't watch the episode, because if you watched it, you wouldn't want me to cook for you. You know what I mean? I was like, brother, you know what I'm saying? So
it must be mad intense to go. You got big cameras around. You got judges like watching them.
yeah, man. And they when they say you got an hour, they really mean you got an hour. You know, like, and remember they come around and talk to you whilst you're cooking.
It takes me.
I'm like, brother, I'm
to
cutting the onion. Like, I need to concentrate. I'm gonna chop my finger off. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually mad, like overwhelming as well.
Yeah, no, but like, I guess it's the way it's always gone. That's the format in it. So, yeah, you're trying to cut the onion. They bring the camera to your face, and you just like, you got to put the onion down. You got to talk to them.
Down your eye as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And then you got the cameraman. Yeah, zoom into that. Zoom into that.
And then you like, what? And then literally you're like, oh, so am I gonna get that, like, you know, that 5 minutes that we spoke? You gonna get that? Nah, bro, you better get cooking, fam. Like, crazy. But no, it was such a great experience, man. I had so much fun.
What are your hopes for this year in terms of like festivals?
Oh, obviously, like, don't know if you lot saw, but stuff like Wireless, yeah.
Wireless is actually such a good time.
Do you believe Vibes Cartel?
That I was gonna say, like, you know, he released the
I think
whole
so.
lineup and like, basically.
I know damn well when Vibes Cartel got released, Wireless was like, pick up the goddamn phone, call that guy.
So
That's the
if
I think
he's
it's gonna
coming, yeah, like I I don't know Vybz Kartel, but I'm sure he didn't lie. Do you know what I mean? Like he said he's coming in it. So if that's the case, that's gonna be historical.
I think it'll be chaos, bro.
But I think beautiful chaos. It's gonna be like,
I think the crowd will double. I don't say double its size. They have a certain amount of tickets to sell, but I just know like maybe the streets will just go so crazy for it. I'll be like, have you seen that in the Michael Jackson when he pops up here and just turns his head?
And it's just noise for like 3 minutes. It's just.
I think it's gonna be that.
I'm not gonna lie. Hear it. Let him have it.
Yeah.
Let it all out, mate. All them shubs that you went to back in the day, you launched that at him. All right. I need people to massage their backs. Okay. I need people to. This is the period where, if you like your shoe, don't wear it to that way because it's not gonna come home the same way you left it.
I always wear broke up shoes to these festivals.
Yeah, I see people in fresh white crepes, and I'm like, it's your first time here.
Yeah, I did that for my first festival.
Yeah, it's your first time here.
Nice crepes and they got fucked.
Yeah, long for everyone, but I think it's gonna be good, man. I have good hopes for it. I really do.
I think he'll definitely be there.
High energy.
I mean, he did say it himself. He also said in the interview that the contract was signed as well.
It's gone. I genuinely believe he's coming. Yeah,
it's
straight.
Gonna happen. Are you gonna go?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I think
I'm not
everyone,
missing
whether
the
you like
chance to see
vibes or
Vybz
not, I
Kartel.
think you should go there just to witness.
People travelled from all over the world to go to Jamaica for his research show. Like,
You know what someone said? I think Drake.
Drake will come out.
He did say something about Drake, right? Drake might come out. Someone on social said that Vybz should just make a 3-day festival. Of
Himself?
Of catalogue of his music.
he has got a lot in it. He has got a lot.
He's got a lot. So maybe like Friday, different crowd, different like features. Saturday, him again, different tunes. And then
No,
Sunday,
but
just
like
balance
that's
it out.
like, imagine your favourite song gets played on the day you didn't buy the ticket. Like on Sunday, or like on the you bought Friday tickets, and then your favourite song gets performed on Saturday. Brother,
Need to know the list.
It is a
I
lot.
need to know that track list if he's gonna do that. But just give him a long set.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Long set, bro. I want to hear everything. I want to hear the freestyles, the throwaway ones. I want to hear the ones that were in the club banging. I want to like.
So what was the Jamaican one like?
I saw videos. Like I just saw people that I knew
Yeah.
there, and they're just like, yeah, I just came in for vibes. I'm not gonna lie, like not just vibes, like vibes,
I-
but like Vybz Kartel.
I've never asked this to someone. I like Vybz Kartel, but why do people love him so much and his music?
He's
It's-
I
of
think
course,
that
it's such like-
generations. He's not just one generation. Because I feel like the over 30s love him.
Yeah.
The 20s, people in their 20s love him, and anyone who's just coming across dancehall now is gonna love him. He's got generations, and even like, do you know what I mean? So
Compared
it's
to
like-
let's say the other dancehall artists, yeah, what makes Vybz like the guy?
honestly speaking, from my perspective, as someone who grew up with dancehall, like playing in schools, playing on your MP3 players, on your CD player, you played it every opportunity you could. Shubs, like I say, like back in the day when it was house parties, still to this day they're playing Vybz in the clubs. Like that amount of consistency, that's a man that's gonna have a massive fan base, by the way. There's nothing you can even do about it. And let's be honest, the guy's like, he's saucy with it. He's best. Like, even he did an interview on Billboard, and he explained how Fever came about. Like, he did Fever whilst he was in jail, and he used to watch Gossip Girl a lot, and he loved Gossip Girl. And at the end of Gossip Girl, I think they signed it XO. So he's like, XOXO, my love. Like, go and watch the interview. And I'm like, that's a man who's like,
And that's a hit.
and that's a hit. You know what I'm saying? It's just
That's actually a big
man
hit. That's
created a hit
everywhere.
because he liked. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a good interview as well. Like you really got to.
You really
about
can
Vybz.
see something. And going back to what we were saying in the beginning as well, you just see something accidentally, you're like, let me just turn that to a tune. Throw it away. Number one hit.
Tell me that's not a talent.
That's actually mental.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I need him to make something for Love Island. He needs to watch Love Island and make a Love
Just
Island.
make another,
something, I
yeah,
don't know,
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Just send him your favourite reality TV show or send him a favourite series. He's going to come up with something smooth.
I've got quick fire questions for you.
Hit me.
What's the wildest song request you have ever had while DJing? And did you actually play it?
So that would be like on radio. Sometimes I don't know if they're trolling us. Sometimes, you know.
Really? How?
Yeah.
How
Because it will be like you're listening to One Extra, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, Remi, can you play Taylor Swift? We don't play Taylor Swift on One Extra. And that's not even like, that's just not the type of, that's just not the.
But again, it's like tone in it. You're like, wait,
Are you
they
trolling?
sound serious.
No, but then they'll ask like bare times like.
And this is live on air, or is this like through
It's
channels
just like they text in it,
yeah,
and I'm just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know if you're like, but yeah, you know what I mean. But we got other like stations on BBC that would play.
But you know, like some people forget that.
I hear that. That's what I
'Cause
said.
when they hear
that.
BBC, like, oh, they must play everything.
I hear that. Yeah. Yeah. But if you listen to One Extra long enough, you know the type of music we play.
If you could build the ultimate cipher, dead or alive, which 3 artists would you choose and why?
It will be Pac, Tupac.
Crazy.
Am I gonna say Biggie for the plot? On the same cipher.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If they were alive today, I reckon they would have like something to get like collabs, maybe like together, albums together.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I see that happening.
Yeah, especially the like. There's always some sort of reconcile in it. Do you know what I mean? So, I'd say Tupac, Biggie. But to add to that lineup there,
Who do you prefer? Or is that?
no, it's not. I'm a Tupac fan. Like, it's not even.
Yeah,
I
cool.
feel like I listen to more of his music. It's not. That's just who I listen to.
I feel like
more.
people listen to
And
Tupac
he's
more
a-
than Biggie.
I think it's also the activism in Tupac, like what he's saying, like it's still relevant today.
The guy was intelligent, man. I've
Yeah,
seen him in
very.
interviews. He was.
Very, and I feel like they're two different artists as well. Even just like comparing them is just wrong, because Biggie was like, yeah, he did, yeah, and he was like, he did mention stuff that was happening in the hood and stuff, but
Yeah.
it was more like club bangers, like, do you know what I mean? Whereas Tupac, whatever made it to the club, great. Do you know what I mean? But I don't even think he intended for it to make it. He just wanted people to listen to his music and take in what he's saying. So I think it's very unfair to even compare the two, to be honest. So I feel like I'd be in a certain mood. I'd be listening to Tupac like, speak, brother, speak. You know what I mean? Whereas Biggie's like, turn that volume up, baby. You know what I mean? I'm in a mood type thing. So yeah.
I got a question just on that. If Tupac was alive today, who would be his biggest feature with artists that are right now, like in the charts?
Kendrick. Straight. Like I feel like.
Compton.
Yeah.
The LA mix and just everything, both more conscious.
And J. Cole potentially.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah. 100%.
Rapping
I
wise.
see that.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry. It was Tupac,
Biggie.
maybe Kendrick. Because I feel like that's,
That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah.
That's solid.
you know?
I have that.
Yeah.
What's your go-to In My Feelings track?
Can I check my playlist?
Yeah, go on.
I got a playlist called In My Feelings.
Okay, yeah. Actually, there's 2 in here. What's your go-to In My Feelings track, and what's your dance like nobody's watching anthem?
Oh, you're joking. I love that question. So, in my feels right now, it's mad because it's a new one, you know, but it's a new one.
You know my one, innit? I think I told you. Have I
Are we?
told
Are we? There's no date on this, by the way. I can pick absolutely
you?
anything.
Anything you want. I can tell you my one. Me, Myself, and I by Beyonce.
Nah. Why? No, you need to explain why.
The melody is so beautiful.
Are you in your feelings though? Generally.
No, but it's just I love listening to sad songs sometimes. Me, myself, I love it. The melody,
no-
the instrumental, the way it flows, it's like a wave, man.
Have you cried to that song?
Nah.
Tell the truth. Have you cried to that? Bruv, I be crying to songs I have no business crying to, you know. I'm just like, I felt your pain. I don't even know what you're going through, but I felt that.
Quick, what was the last song you cried to? I think I'm adding more tracks.
You know that?
Okay,
No,
okay.
genuinely, Fido. There's
Fido.
a big Afrobeat track at the moment called.
Afrobeats.
Yeah, the song was deep, bro.
Oh,
The song's good.
There's another side.
Nah, what?
There is another side.
Yeah, when they listen some.
Afrobeats, I'm just thinking,
Yeah, no, but the song is actually positive.
Okay, yeah.
The song is called "Joy Is Coming," so I feel like it just.
Because that's what you're used to.
Yeah.
Remember, there's a sad side to every genre.
Oh yeah. And also there's deep songs. It's like Burna Boy, Alone, like even Last. As big as that song is, have you deep what my man's saying?
That's an emotional song.
She said
That is an emotional
I had
song.
to say bye, to the love of my life, my eye, don't cry, That's an emotional song,
That is
bro.
an emotional song.
Too much of a good time. I didn't
Yeah, you know, all dancing to my man's pain, bro. Wait,
Why are we celebrating his song? Why are we celebrating that?
The song's great. Don't get it twisted, but he's actually deep. He's saying some about Burna Boy.
Even like I went to a birthday one time and he made a speech and he's like, yeah, let's have a party, and that was the first song that came on after the speech. Last.
Yeah.
Like, everybody go chop me. Like the truth is, the song is it's a spin. No, Burna Boy spun it because it's like it's a form of celebration, yeah. But at the same time, it's not. It's a deep song, bro. You know what I mean? If you actually sat there and went through the lyrics, you'd be like, damn, I want to hug him. You know what I mean? Like, and Fido, Joy Is Coming, is kind of it's like it's a very. What it did is it reminded me of a low point.
Very inspirational.
Exactly, and what you have to tell yourself to get out of the low point.
Yes,
which is that joy is coming. Like you're gonna be okay. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of why I like the song. But also, it's a banger. The guy can sing. The guy's hard. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the last song I cried to. What's the last song you cried to?
I don't think I've ever cried to a song.
Nah, I don't believe you. I do not.
Actually don't.
Open your heart. Let me see your heart. I need to see. Are you alright? Not one song. Even Happy Tears.
Happy Tears.
Like, have you ever just looked at your boys and like, I love these guys.
Back, like way back in the day when I was like growing up, I used to listen to like acoustic, like genre, like acoustic.
That made you cry.
That made me that emotional.
That one guitar note just straight. To be fair, I'm not even shocked at that. From where you said me, myself, and I is
That
you're a
one,
deep guy. You're
it,
deep.
it does something.
You're deep, bro.
It does something. I'm all about melodies. I would love a good melody, like a repetitive melody. I love that. Welcome to my TED Talks. And one you can dance to like nobody's watching.
One that I can dance to. Recently, a song came back into my life, and it's a song by Just Jack. Yeah, it's called Stars in Their Eyes. And it goes,
Yes, it is.
now why you gonna go and put stars in their eyes? It's the
Yeah,
same
I
old
like
story,
that.
but they just didn't realise. And it's a long way to come. Yeah, big tune. That song, if I'm listening to it, at what? Yo, the underground has seen me busting skanks on the platform. Any means you'll be
is so
stifling your
British.
streams. It's so British.
It reminds me of like the streets.
Yeah,
Kind of like the streets.
Yeah. He does a rap in the middle of it, yeah. You know that, right? And the Jews, you know, you in the spotlight, you alright, or maybe not. Why are you gonna go and put stars in their eyes? No, why do you wanna go and put stars?
Yeah, this is so 2009.
Brother.
This is like Rizzle Kicks type era.
Bruh. Great music.
It's a new song, man.
2009.
Oh, this is old. This is like,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is way back.
Yeah, man. But I'm
Cold.
throwing a party called Guilt Free.
Yeah.
And this type of music I'm gonna play. Like,
Yeah.
straight. Like, I don't give a heck. Don't worry about who's what. No one's watching you, bro. I promise you, no one's watching you.
Just dance.
No one cares.
Just dance.
Guilt free. Like, we're gonna do song request. Like, if something, do you know what I mean? Because I feel like there's always them songs that, like, if a DJ randomly plays it, like everyone looks at each other like, do you know the song as well? Like, don't lie, you used to listen to it before. And then everyone's like,
skanking them.
yeah. It's like Kings of Leon. Whoa, your
Yeah.
sex is on fire. Everyone will get involved.
See, I used to listen to a lot of that. Kings of Leon, like Mumford and Sons, and all that type of
but
shit.
that was in our face. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of the time, like outside of what your parents played or whatever, like if you sat down and watched like MTV Base, or you sat down and watched a chart show.
Yeah,
Remember back in the
yeah.
day, they used to put videos on TV.
And my mum used to buy them like now 64 CDs, whatever the flip they were.
Exactly. And they had all the hits of,
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
of the year on them.
It'll be like Destiny's Child mixed with like some other rock
Yeah,
tune.
yeah,
And like,
yeah.
yeah, it'll be mad.
Like Linkin Park. Like,
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it'll
On
be
it to
crazy.
one. I'm like,
Like,
this is a shuffle.
yeah, bro. It's a shuffle, bro. Yeah, man. I remember like not even knowing who Linkin Park was until like Jay-Z did a song with them. Like, you know what I mean?
See, that's still crazy to me. Jay-Z actually collaborated with a rock band like Linkin Park.
I've become so numb.
Great album with Jay-Z though. Phenomenal.
Oh, he done a whole album. Man.
Yeah, bro, listen to it. It's amazing.
So, boy, there's songs out there that people should just free themselves. They should free themselves. Don't hide it. Like,
Embrace
boom.
it.
Yeah, embrace it, man.
If you could bring back one iconic UK music moment, what would it be? We're talking from way back when, even could be from like before you were even born.
That's your one. What did you? What? Did you have like a side, or you just wanted it for
No, I just wanted to see it.
musical
I
gain?
think- Yeah.
I can think of like, I mean like even like before I was even born, I can't really think from the top of my head, but grime to me is still going. But when Kano and Wiley were all like clashing each other, I wish that was still here today.
I would bring back. Well, it would have been Culture Clash, but that's coming back, so that's great.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, I was like, what? Why wasn't I there? Like, kind of thing. So, you know, I'm glad that's coming back. But I think it would be the whole of the Channel U era. Channel, aka, like, I remember Chung Family. Adrenaline, dun 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 dun. Adrenaline, like these are songs that I was like,
Even like when Garage first popped off as well.
yeah,
The era where Garage
Funky
first,
House is
yeah.
House is an era I would.
When Garage first popped off, I wish I was there.
Yeah, because that's when we were just growing up, innit? We would probably just.
I think I was like in year 7 when I like heard like
So we couldn't be in the clubs.
we
That
couldn't.
was,
Yeah,
like,
no, we
our
couldn't.
cousins
Yeah.
were like-
We
our
heard
cousins
we
were like-
we heard the sounds.
Yeah,
But it wasn't. I think maybe when it was exiting, I don't know. I mean, we still listen to Garage, innit?
yeah. Yeah, like, but even just like, do you know what? Funky. And the reason I say that is because I don't think it got the credit it deserved. Like,
Okay, yeah.
like that genre in itself, like it changed everyone's approach to music. Deep it, like people were skanking for their lives, like skanking for their lives in terms of like people were going there with shirts on and walking out with shirts off because they had sweated they couldn't even, the shirt is even on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what funky was like, and
Brand
that's
new
what
shirt as well.
you know what I'm saying? Machino shirt just on the floor, like, you know what I mean? Like
Oh, that's so old school.
with the V-neck all the way down here, like this. You know the ones that were showing people's chest all the way down here, like. So I personally think that genre needs more flowers. It needs more recognition. It needs more like, it needs to be stamped in when it comes to British history. Like you can't talk about it without mentioning it straight. I was in school like skanking in my break time, jumping off tables, bam. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Where did you grow up, by the way?
South London.
Okay.
Yeah,
Born and raised.
born and raised. Camberwell.
Okay.
I was born in Peckham, but I don't remember that. So
Just
yeah,
just within the vicinity.
From what I remember, it's always been Camberwell. Yeah. So
What was I? What's your secret weapon track that always gets the crowd moving no matter what? What's the one track that makes everyone go just go bonkers?
I think a proper cheat code is DJ Khaled, T-Pain. All I do is win,
no matter what.
Money on my mind. If you start your set with that, people are paying attention. Everybody has
It's universal.
go up. That's probably like, you know, like when you ask people to put their hands up and they don't put their hands up. Yeah, it's like everyone hands up. And everyone's like, but if T-Pain says everybody has go, your hands up. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's because it's so like universal, isn't it? Like anywhere you go, no matter where in the world,
yeah,
that song is being played.
it goes. That's like.
Oh,
you want
T-Pain's still getting his
everybody's
box out of that tune, man.
Mayhem is one of the goats, bro.
He is
So sick, man.
He is, and he's getting his flowers now though, which is, I mean, delay is not denial, but at the same time,
And it's never too late.
it's never too late. And his music is still on repeat.
Mm.
You don't have to release new music anymore. If anything, I think didn't he had a song with Kalani recently. I think Kalani sampled him, and then Kalani had him featured on it.
Even those two, was it grime heads, Pete and Baz?
Yeah, Pete.
It's like what, bro, what?
Oi!
It's like they're on a.
UK is hilarious.
It's like they're on a different VPN server. Or like, how did that even happen?
UK, even the new girl, the woman.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bro, that's someone's granddad.
Hey, whatever keeps them moving, fam.
Let
You
them.
get me?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's never too late. It's never too late for anything.
They're active. I don't know, bro. They're more active than me.
By the time it's like, oh, granddad, can you read me a bedtime story? Shut up.
Let's have a bedtime story or listen to my new track.
Innit?
I don't like, you know what I mean?
It's either or. Artist that you met that got you so starstruck.
Ooh. Can I say?
And when you met them, you're like, what just happened?
First of all, I appreciate everyone who steps into my studio. Like, I feel like there's a level of starstruck with everyone that
You mean,
rate.
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, there's a level of like to an extent, you're like,
Well, how about
I hope you know how much I'm a big fan of you, like how much I respect you, kind of thing.
Well, let me simplify. It's like one that you were really even also like, I don't know, nervous for when interviewing them.
John Cena.
No way.
John Cena. That's not even an artist. That's just this.
What was that
interview
like?
Different types of people.
He's humongous. Isn't
Yeah, he's huge still. Yeah, no, he's huge. And man came in a suit. Like, I don't know, man. I know my man. He's the one that, if you think about it, he was the one of the first people wearing jorts.
Crazy.
Yeah.
If you think jorts is actually John Cena's swag, if you think about it, like he been trying to tell y'all that this is the swag. But yeah, John Cena, he was very, very nice, very, very humble, and you know, like we had bants, but then we also had like deep talk. He spoke about mental health, and yeah, that's a great interview. Sexy Red, like again, I'd say that was one of my favorite interviews from last year. Donald Glover, my Erskine,
Big.
you know what I mean? Like, and Donald Glover is Childish Gambino. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like I met Donald Glover.
Well, he was in
'Cause
Atlanta.
we were talking about the acting side of his life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the same person, but you still you approach it different when you understand what we're here to talk about. Do you get what I mean? Who else? Oh, Wizkid. Yeah, mad thing. Even Burna Boy, like
That's huge.
Burna Boy. I
Wizkid
haven't
is
interviewed
big.
him, but I've met him. You know, and yeah, he was. Yeah.
Name me one
David
artist
O.
you'd love to interview. Who's all at the top, and you're like, I will get there. I need this person here.
From the world of, I'd love to interview Don Jazzy.
Okay.
He's like,
When
it comes to Afro beats,
Yeah,
like, and it just comes to
the
music export out of Africa, and that's the Oga. You know what I mean? The likes of Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay.
Yeah, like, damn, I can't even think. I actually have a list. But it's not on. Have I got the notes? You know when you're doing your plans for the year? You're like,
Yeah. No. Bring them out.
I can't remember where I did it. I think I did it with my team, so I don't know where. Okay, off the top of my head, Will Smith.
I can see that happening.
I hope so. But
I can see that happening.
Scissor, Burna Boy. Who else? Kendrick Lamar. Hey, I think, bruh.
Yeah,
Bruh.
It's too
The
many.
door is open for that guy. If he was this wide open, even Seth. I hope he does, because he's actually earned it. Like, you know when you sit back and think, oh, he's earned it. Like, yeah, he's earned it. Yeah.
I don't know where I was. Like some random shop where you don't expect that type of music. They were playing what's his tune called?
Which one? Not Like Us?
Not Like Us, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's like he's global,
Yeah.
but I'm like, what is traveled?
But what
like
makes,
it's traveled.
Yeah, what makes it so beautiful as well, yeah, it's like, it's that, okay, it birthed from a clash, but there's so many people listening to that song that don't even know that he's dissing somebody in it. They just like the energy, the vibes, what people.
Do you know what I love? Diss tracks that are also songs they can listen to.
Yeah, because that's what
Those are the best.
Drake did with when him and Meek were beefing and did back to back. Was it back to back that he was beefing?
I think it was the one with Meek.
Yeah, and that was like, that didn't feel like a diss track. It just felt like a song that was lit, and it just happened to be about Meek Mill. Do you know what I mean? So you're right. Those are the best ones.
Yeah, they're great.
So even the surprise drop out like album that he did, like,
That was a great album.
great album, bro. What's your favorite on there?
Hold on. I do have a favorite.
Mine's Reincarcerated. No, Reincarnated. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's a banger one.
It's when he's talking to himself. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall
I'm not
when he
even
recorded
a Kendrick
Mustard.
fan.
I want to know how he got that. Why? I just want to know why. Because he's just not. He's just his mind. I wouldn't randomly think to just scream Mustard on us. Just, you know what I mean?
And it's like, it doesn't sound like I mean, like, I'm not saying that he doesn't sound like Kendrick, but it's unlike him. Do you see what I'm
Kendrick has always been playful. He's always been happy to play characters to get the point across.
It's the voice. The
Happy
voice
to-
changes as
do you know
well.
what I mean? Like,
He's
the
been
tone,
doing that.
Everything. This is not new. This is just Kendrick on steroids. This is him. Just like, oh, you lot are listening now. I say nothing. You know what I mean? I respect
It
it.
was such a perfect time to drop it as well.
Just random.
Yeah, he's
Just
gonna
a
sweep
random.
it. He's gonna sweep it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Cool, Remi. What's next for you? What are the plans for the year?
The plans for the year. You know what? This year I've got a different approach to the year. Like, I'm trusting God a lot more this year. Just walking by faith. Obviously, radio is my first love, so I'm very much invested in radio and having a lot more fun with it, getting a lot more creative, and yeah, I'm hoping to like do some more stuff outside of radio in terms of like more stuff I can call my own, you know, like throwing that party guilt free podcast, like, you know what I mean, like, just, yeah, that's kind of the direction I'm going in.
There was one question as well. I completely forgot. When working with DJ Target on Tonight with
Target.
Target.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
My mind was-
I get it.
Was there anything that you learned from him that was like so eye opening, and that you're taking away from?
Yeah, I feel like my chair's sunk. Am I bugging or?
I think it does happen. One of those.
The chair be dropping. I've just clocked it.
Yeah, I'm like.
Push it.
Hold on.
That's yeah.
Sorry, what I've learnt from Target. Target's a great man. I'm not gonna lie. He is one of the hardest working people I know. Like, he does the rap game UK. He's got his what's he got? It's like he's got his baby brand, his baby food brand. He's just constantly thinking ahead. that's my biggest.
I feel like he's always like 10,
lesson.
50. Yeah, always 10
like,
steps ahead.
constantly thinking ahead, constantly trying stuff, and he's just such a kind man. Like he's just a kind man, and I feel like that's the biggest lesson. Like he's just a good guy. Like even just whilst we was on set, we'd have like our personal chats, and you know, he's always there to listen. He's like, "Are you good? Is everything good with you?" Like, he's just a great guy, honestly. Like, and just be good. Just be a good person. Is probably the lesson, because I'm looking at somebody who's a good person.
Yeah.
And look at everything he's achieved. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can you? Can't go wrong.
What's one learning that you took as well from like your career so far?
Don't overthink anything. Don't overthink.
Do you feel like sometimes you have been in that situation where like your head just spirals into overthinking too much?
100%. Because I feel like that was anxiety. Anxiety is overthinking, because you're trying to predict the outcome. Predicting the outcome is not making you take the next step. So you're just in the same place. You're just not moving.
How did you prevent that from happening?
God, prayer, and also, again, facing those fears. Well, what is it that I'm scared of? Okay, cool. I have to face that. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, just not overthinking stuff. That's. I feel like that should be everybody's.
I think we should, like, mentally just be in the present at all times.
Yeah.
And that's actually something that's very difficult for someone to master as well. I feel like that is crazy. Because, like, I think your mind can sometimes play tricks on you. So, like, you just have to be, like, learn to be in the present.
And in the blink of an eye, yeah, it can be gone. You know, like, it can be. AJ Adudu, right, presenter, phenomenal woman. She gave me advice that stuck with me, and she was like, make sure you enjoy it in the moment, because you're so caught up in it that you forget to enjoy it. And then it's like you now have to move on, and you can't really remember what you did. Like, you can't really take in what you've done, like, because you were so like that you can't even, do you know what I mean? And I was just like, that's such great advice, because you're always thinking, okay, I'm here now, and then you're panicking, and then you're
thinking about the next thing. Yeah,
like, and by enjoying it means inviting your friends along. Okay, your friends are free, invite them to set, let them see what you work, have bants. Do you know what I mean? Like, just enjoy it, because you don't even know how long it's gonna last for. Do you know what I mean? Like, so whilst you're there, just enjoy it, you know. And that was great advice.
Do you know what someone said to me the other day? It's like, when you manifest something for the future, we're getting bare deep. When you manifest something for the future, don't do that, but manifest it as if it's like it's happening today.
Yeah.
So if there's a dream that you want in the future, manifest it as if you have it today.
You got to walk in what you got to believe it first, you know.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
And it's difficult for people to do that.
No, that's a very hard mindset to get into.
Yeah.
That's where discipline and just perseverance comes in. Like, it's very, very important for any step, any journey you want to take. Like, that's why you see them people who get the summer body in the end. They've gone through discipline and perseverance. When it was -2 degrees last week, they were walking to the gym as the same.
What the hell was like -4 at one point? I'm thinking, this is London, bro.
Exactly.
This is London, man.
Exactly.
Remi, well said. I appreciate you for coming on. I hope to see you soon. I'll see you more on stage, hopefully, as well. I'll be at Wireless. I'll see you on stage as well, man.
Amen, man.
I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
No, man, about flipping time. I've been waiting for this.
I know, you found me.
I found you at the airport, IG Live. I was like, let's go. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you.